Up and now it's streaming.
Are you gonna put it on your Twitter?
I can't. I don't have Twitter Blue anymore. Um, hello. This is the Lorem Ipsum podcast. All right, we're streaming.
Yeah,
That's good.
Lorem Ipsum podcast.
What will we be talking about?
Absolutely nothing. We'll be just talking out of our butts.
We will be staring into the camera the entire time.
This pork rind looks like a butterfly.
It looks like a very deformed heart.
Like mine.
Yeah, like yours. I will be surprised if one person joins during this live stream.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Chase. We are the world famous Lorem Ipsum podcast.
The world famous, you say?
Indeed.
Yeah, so I will be very, very surprised if one person finds the Lorem Ipsum podcast even. I don't think YouTube will even recommend it. Let alone let anyone click on it. So I'm gonna stop the stream for you. Oh no, you have to see Twitter as well, actually. I'll do this. Think it should be good, right? You can see it well. This is what you're gonna be looking at. Don't worry about whatever's happening over here, you know.
Hang on, my mom's calling me.
Okay, that's a good start.
You want to restart it?
No, there's already one viewer. There's 2 viewers, Gabe. We can't restart it.
Oh my gosh, the Lorem Ipsum podcast. All right.
Did you just hang up on your mom?
No, I just did not answer.
That's crazy. That is so crazy. Okay, so you said you had subjects, right? You said you had things you wanted to talk about, right, Gabe? Oh wow, you're gonna not respond to me. Hello? Gabe?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is your camera off?
Because I had to pick up my phone for a second.
Okay. Okay, so you turned your camera off again. This is good. This is a good start.
Because I'm getting called. This is a great start.
It says someone chat, but there's no chat. It says someone talk, but there's no talk. That's crazy. Okay. Can you fix your camera for like more than 1 second?
Probably not.
Why?
All right.
Are we good now?
Yep.
Okay. Welcome to the Lorem Ipsum podcast.
This is the Lorem Ipsum podcast.
With me, Chase Timborough, or the Dingus on YouTube, and Gabriel Bright, or the Dwarf King on Twitter, or X, whatever you call it. I don't know.
That's indeed.
And we will be talking about whatever. So, my one concurrent viewer that's here, that I assume to be Noah. It is Noah. It is Noah. You guys have said a total of nothing this entire time. Okay, so you said you had subjects to talk about, Gabe, right?
No, I didn't.
You said you had things lined up.
No?
You lied to me.
What did I say?
You're like, I have things lined up.
I said I have this cardboard box.
All right, talk about the cardboard box.
Okay. So, USPS, right? One of the billionaire shipping companies. Can we really trust them to ship all of our goods? What if they're putting chemicals in our shipping containers?
Like fentanyl? What if they're putting fentanyl in our shipping
Right?
containers?
Exactly. Exactly.
So you know the bears? Let's check out videos of bears.
Yeah. We'll look at videos of bears.
Check out videos of bears. Oh, photo of bear. Look at this happy guy.
Dude,
This is what I. Oh my
that bear's
gosh!
happy.
Look at this guy.
He's just brushing its teeth.
He's just brushing his teeth.
Who is that? He's got to be like Russian or something.
He said something. I think so. I don't know. I don't know what he said, but maybe he's Russian. Let's see. Any more bear videos? There's
It's
a
just a
bear
Bears
photo.
football team.
Yeah, I don't care about football. That's not a bear. That is scamming me. That is a
That's just a
scam.
big dog.
I'm reporting that, bro. That's no, that's false advertisement.
Okay, so Chase, I have a question for you.
Yup.
I have a question.
Yeah, go.
So recently, one of the political events that have happened in the United States has been the Republican nominee debate.
Yeah.
With the absence of Donald Trump there, which is a pretty big player in the next upcoming election, what are your thoughts and opinions on said debate?
So I didn't really care for Donald Trump. For not being there. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I liked what Vivek had to say. I liked Vivek's approach. He didn't try to attack anyone. He just said his opinions the entire time, and he has good opinions. He got political. That's Noah talking. Um, so
Noah's like, I'm out of here.
I like what Vivek says. I support him. But trying to be unbiased, I think he definitely did the best debate. He got shot on both sides of the stage from Nikki Haley, Mike Pence, and Chris Christie the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And he showed that he was better equipped for debating than probably most people thought he was.
Right.
I was disappointed in DeSantis.
Okay. You want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, he really didn't talk about anything that much. And I love this clip by him. Let me try to see if I can find it. Probably on YouTube.
As you're doing, I'm gonna do something real quick.
Oh my gosh, look, it's me. Uh, what was I gonna? Okay, yeah. Closing the. What is it called? Closing.
DeSantis.
What is it called? Closing statements. That's what it's called. Wow. Statements DeSantis. This is my favorite. My favorite thing from the debate.
Our country is in decline.
Right.
This decline is not inevitable. It's a choice.
Let me find.
We need to have put us in this situation. And finally, we need to lower your gas prices. We're going to open up. I showed it could again in this I pledge to you.
Yeah, this part. Oh my gosh, it's gonna show the things, but it's fine.
Pledge to you as your president, we will get the job done, and I will not let you down.
No, it didn't show the smile. His smile is so amazing when he says it.
Really interesting.
Have you
Hang
seen
on,
it?
Chase.
Is it on this one?
Listen, I'll let you
No.
hear it.
Man, this is annoying. Yeah, okay.
And I will not let you down.
Yeah. Let me wait for Gabe. Gabe should come back. Right now. This second, right now. Come on, Gabe. Come on. Okay, I like when Gabe hasn't come back yet. Okay, so I guess I'll try to entertain you guys for a second. How should I do that? Should I become Sniper Wolf and like just react to shorts or TikToks? Let's do that, yeah. Let's become Sniper Wolf. Least dishonest politician. I mean, I'm talking about I'm just disappointed in DeSantis' performance in the Republican primary debate. Okay, Gabe, are you back? Hello? No one can hear you. All right, that's good. This has been so far the best stream that I've ever done. Can't hear you still. I don't know. Are you muted? No. Restart Discord. this is this is really good so far. Hello, Gabe. I don't know if you're talking. I can't hear you. Gabe. Wow, this is great. You can look at my American Heisenberg. Hello? You texting me? No, I don't have you muted. I mean, I'll rejoin the Discord. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, I can hear you now. That's weird.
That's
Okay, turn your
you
camera
want to
back
just
on.
start?
We can't just start over.
Yeah, we can.
We are 13 minutes in, and it's been terrible the entire time.
Exactly.
Turn on your camera. There we go. Okay.
It's all right. It's just minor technological setbacks. So
Yeah.
where were we? We were on the debates. We were on DeSantis closing
DeSantis,
statements.
closing statement. Overall just disappointed with him. This is my favorite thing from DeSantis.
And I will not let you down.
Look at how confident he looks when he says that. Look at his the absolute confidence that DeSantis projects when he goes, "I will not let you down."
Indeed.
I thought that was funny. Yeah, overall disappointed with him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Interesting.
okay, let's go from left to right. Asa Hutchinson, I don't like just as a candidate because he was the leader of the DEA.
Okay. I know nothing about him, so.
That's really all I know about him, and he wasn't really saying a lot of good policies on the primary, so uh, irrelevant to me.
Okay.
Next person after was Chris Christie. I've never liked Chris Christie. I think he's dishonest. I think his campaign is fueled by vengeance against Trump.
Interesting. He
So
does not like Trump.
no,
He is
he
not a
hates
very
Trump,
pro-Trump kind of guy.
which I don't like
Yeah.
Trump, but he hates Trump.
Yeah.
Next person after that, Mike Pence. Mike Pence is the worst out of everyone.
I didn't like some of the things that Mike said.
I think I liked one thing that he said out of the entire time.
I think the only thing I liked was when he said something about faith. I
Yeah,
think that was it.
yeah, that was the only thing. But multiple candidates said that, so
Yeah.
it doesn't make him stand out or anything.
Even Vivek said something about faith.
He said there is God. There is a God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's after that? We covered DeSantis, Vivek. Nikki Haley.
I thought she was okay.
I don't like her policies, but she did staple herself as a moderate Republican.
She did, yeah.
I don't think she did bad. I just don't
No,
really
she
like
did.
her policies. I think she's a neocon. No, I know she's a neocon, so that's why I don't like her. Who's after that? Tim Scott. Tim Scott didn't really talk very much, like at all.
I like Tim Scott.
He's okay.
I wish he had more time to talk.
He's not confident in what he says. It doesn't seem like
and
it.
I think that's his big downfall.
And I feel like he tries to emulate how Obama talks. Not because he's black. He just tries to emulate how Obama talks. Have you noticed that?
Right. Not really, because I haven't like compared the two. I never really made that connection, but
I saw it somewhere and I was like, dang, yeah, he actually does try to talk like Obama.
Does he do it on purpose?
I don't know. I don't know if he does it on purpose. He might not, but if he does do it on purpose, it's weird. And then after that was Doug Burgum. I kind of like Doug Burgum. I thought he was fine.
Is he the North Dakota guy?
Yeah, I thought he was fine.
I thought it was kind of interesting how like during his closing statements he's talking about like not letting the American people down, and then out of nowhere he's just like, "When I'm riding my horse through the Badlands."
Yeah, that's why I liked him. Is that he would just be like random all the time. And he would like point it back to North Dakota and how he came from a small town of 200 people. I just thought it was funny.
Now,
and his policies weren't bad, so
I didn't like how he did not want to disband the teachers unions. Like everyone up there wanted to, but he did not.
So what's weird is that everyone wanted to disband the teacher unions, but the only one that said or there was 3 people that said to abolish the Department of Justice entirely, and Vivek was number 1. He's been saying it for a while. Number 2 was DeSantis. DeSantis has been saying it for a while, but he definitely took it out of Vivek's playbook. And then surprise, Pence randomly says it on stage, definitely taking that from Vivek.
Yeah, he definitely just like did that to like garner support.
And what's funny about Pence is that he had his chance. He was vice president under Trump with a Republican Congress. He had his chance to do everything that he wants to do now, but he didn't. That's a problem.
Right. So like why would we give him another 4 years when
with more power
that he didn't do it the first time, you know?
So
like
that's why I don't want to vote in Pence especially, but also Trump. Like you had your 4 years to prove yourself. You did for the first 3 years, but then you dropped the ball last year. Entirely dropped the ball. And
now I really liked 2016 Trump.
2016 Trump is Vivek right now.
And I hope when Vivek goes into the big political machine that he doesn't come out the same way Trump does.
No, I hope to God not.
Yeah.
Because then I'm gonna have to switch candidates again.
Well, I think that since he's so young, he might not.
Yeah, he's more resilient to it. And he's not power hungry because he's already said that he wouldn't accept a VP position under Trump. Multiple people have asked him, and every single time he goes, "No, I would not accept it. I want to be president, and if not, then I'm going to do stuff in the private sector." And has said every single time that he's not going to be VP. So he's not power hungry, and I don't think he'll do that.
Offering that to him?
He hasn't offered it, but I can go on True Social. I hate the freaking app. I'm pretty sure he said stuff about Vivek saying that he's a good guy and that he has like good policies or whatever. I don't know if this is my email. It is. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. It was a while ago, I think. He said something good about Vivek. He said like he's a good man. He has good policies. He's young and stuff like that.
Right.
And that's what happens when you don't attack Trump is that he doesn't attack you. But
Yeah.
which is good in some ways, but you don't want to associate yourself with Trump. Because if you associate yourself
But
with Trump, then you lose.
but didn't DeSantis not attack Trump and then Trump just like attacked him?
So the problem is that DeSantis and Trump were like a duo. DeSantis was the governor guy and Trump was the president guy.
Mm.
And Trump sees it as a backstabbing that DeSantis is running for
Right.
president while Trump is running for president.
Mm.
Um, so he just sees it as a backstabbing. Not that DeSantis attacked him for anything. The only thing he's attacked him for is his COVID policies, which is a very good thing to attack
Valid.
Trump for. And the funny
Right.
thing is that Trump has started calling Ron DeSantis lockdown Ron because of that like
What?
1 month period that Florida was locked down. When they were
That
the
was amazing.
first state to open up entirely, well, California took another year to open up. So, and what's funny, I think I can find it on Twitter actually, is that Trump said something about COVID lockdowns and that the federal government did it, and he was like attributing it to himself, like it was a good thing. I'm never gonna find it. I forgot he tweets so much. Yeah, never
Yeah.
mind. I'd have to scroll for so long.
Mhm.
It's just weird to me because Trump is trying to use the COVID as an insult to Ron DeSantis when Ron DeSantis was statistically the best person during COVID.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that's strange.
Now, thinking from a strategical standpoint, not like necessarily a politically
Trump
agreeing
will not win.
standpoint. No. Do you think? No, that was kind of my question, but not my question.
Okay.
So my question was, do you think it was strategically smart for Trump not to involve himself in the debates?
No. I think it's actually kind of dumb because
Mm-hmm.
I think it's actually really dumb because it sets a precedent that you don't have to debate. Because
Yeah.
Trump is trying to treat himself like he's an incumbent, right? Incumbents
Mhm.
also should debate, by the way, but he's treating himself like he's an incumbent. So,
Right.
he's basically giving Biden full permission not to debate whoever wins, and if it's Trump,
Mhm.
full permission to not debate Trump. Um, I think that's bad for both Trump and Biden and for the country because we don't get the information that we need to get.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I think my favorite line from the debates was when Chrissy called Vivek Chat GPT.
I did think that was funny,
I did think that was funny.
but
That
I
was
also
pretty
think
funny.
it's kind of a compliment because
Yeah, that
ChatGPT is
kind of
smart.
is a compliment. If you think about it, like an intelligent AI.
You're literally calling him super intelligent.
I don't think he meant it necessarily as an insult, but just like as a joke, like
Yeah,
just in general.
I think it was both. I think it was a mix, but
Yeah.
I don't think it hit how he wanted it to.
No, I didn't.
And a funny thing is, Vec stole the line. Who's the skinny guy with a weird last name, right, from Obama.
Right.
Um, and then what's it called? After saying that line from Obama, Chris Christie was like, what's it called? Chris Christie was like, something Obama, like trying to say he's like Obama or whatever. And then
Mm-hmm.
there's this photo that surfaced, that I love.
Is it like a mix of Obama and Vivek's face?
No, it's like Obama and Chris Christie like buddying up.
Oh my
And
god.
I just think it's so funny that he was trying to insult Vivek on Obama, and there's so many photos of him like buddying up with Obama.
That's so funny.
Um,
Jeez.
it's
Wow.
ironic.
It is ironic.
But yeah, I think Trump not doing the debate was a bad decision.
Yeah, I think I would agree on that. Yeah. Now, kind of like changing gears,
Okay.
I would have a question for you. So this has nothing to do with what we were talking about. Honestly,
Okay.
this is like the ballpark. So there's statistics and stuff like that saying that countries in Europe, particularly Western Europe, like Germany and the UK and France,
Be careful,
that
we're
they
on
will
YouTube.
become right. Yeah, that they will become like not they will become, but that they have ranking higher of like what's the word? Like I don't know if they rank higher in happiness, but they rank higher in like transportation and all that.
Yeah,
Do you
no,
think there's
it's
any way
happiness.
for the United States to pull up to that?
Yeah, we have to fix the mental health crisis.
Yeah, I would.
And the best way to fix the mental health crisis is bring back mental institutions and
Mhm.
have a focus of faith, family, God, or of nation, family, God. You.
Mhm.
So I don't think the mental institution should be government funded.
Right.
Because I don't like the government doing a lot.
Mhm. And when you said nation, family, God, I would switch the order to opposite.
I was just saying all three of them.
No, yeah, I know.
I would have switched. Yes, God, family,
Yeah,
nation. I would have put that in that order.
I know you agree. Yeah.
But we need to fix the mental health crisis, and if we don't fix the mental health crisis, then we will never rank higher in happiness levels, like compared to Norway. I think Norway ranked the highest.
Finland.
Finland? Okay,
But
Finland.
Norway's always like second or third.
Yeah,
so
and Norway's always up there as well. I know Sweden
Yeah.
has been going down recently. Their crime rate is skyrocketing.
Yeah, I think it's because of Stockholm stuff.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, they've let in like, how do I have to word this so this doesn't get taken down, even though we're a small creator. They let in people that weren't originally in the country and that do not necessarily care about the country.
Mhm.
And it's just skyrocketed there.
The people from
crime.
the certain conflict that's going on in Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, few from the conflict in Eastern Europe, but also most from a region that starts with middle and another region that starts with A. That was
Yes.
and it's not to be racist. They just don't care about the country.
Right. Also, I think what it is those people necessarily, or I'm not generalizing. I'm just saying that on average, when people like are taken into a country like that, they usually come from like extreme poverty.
Yeah, they
and
do.
then they're thrown into a country that has really high tax rates to support like free education and free healthcare.
It's over 50% in most of those countries.
Yeah,
You lose
and
50% of your income.
That would make a lot of people like push them away from like wanting to necessarily
Work
have
for
a
the
stable
country.
income because half of it's taken from their paychecks.
Yeah.
And it kind of entices crime almost. And it's not a race thing at all. It's a finance thing. It's an economic thing,
Yeah, definitely.
So.
Yeah, I think Sweden, they're unconsent. How do I say this? They're unconsensual stuff. It went up like 300% or something.
Really?
Yeah,
That is way
it was
too
a
high.
crazy amount.
Well, any amount is way too high. But
yes.
That's crazy.
0% is the only acceptable amount of
Yes.
just overall. But
and that may be too high.
You have to undo it.
Yeah, it has to go negative. I don't even know. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, and their murder rates went up like around the same amount of percent. It's crazy what's happened in Sweden. I don't know why they've, in particular, just skyrocketed in crime because they have
Right.
a lot of the same policies as other European countries.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it's weird. Oh, be real.
Now I know a lot of Eastern European countries don't necessarily have as high tax rates.
No, but they have a lot less crime.
Yeah. Now,
and they are still happy. They're a lot of the time
right.
they're on average they're happier than us.
Unless it's a Balkan country, then they're gonna have no tax rates and incredibly high crime. You know.
But they are happy if they're alone.
Right. Yeah.
The minute someone from a village 2 miles away comes around, that's when it's over.
As a Serbian, you don't want to be neighbors with a Serbian.
If you're another Balkan country, or
If
from
you're
another,
another Balkan country.
it's over.
Yeah.
You know, there's a There was a Tucker interview with the president of Hungary. It was pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah, I liked it.
What did they talk on?
A lot about Russia, mostly about Russia because Hungary shares a border with Ukraine, so they're directly affected by the conflict in Ukraine.
Right. They have. Are they receiving a lot of refugees and stuff?
They've received a decent amount of refugees, but they've also sent men. Like not they've sent men, but Hungarian men in Ukraine. There's like this.
Volunteering.
I'll show you the region.
They're volunteering.
Yeah. So you see this little border right here? I wish it could be bigger, but you see that strip? Over here, there's like, I think they said it's 15% of the Hungarian population, like just Hungarian people live in Ukraine. So a lot of them have been sent out and died in the war. So even Hungarians are directly affected by it because they live in Ukraine. So the president has a unique point of view on the war, and he says that basically what he says is that the U.S. has the key to stop the war in 24 hours. It just depends if they want to use the key or not. And he says that the person that should do it is Trump, and he doesn't believe that Biden will do it. He also says that that the Biden administration has treated Hungary worse than the Biden administration has treated Russia, which is pretty crazy to me because they're a NATO ally.
That is crazy. If that's true, then that's a real problem.
Yeah.
But it could be untrue, but
he says it in the way of like
I can see it being true, but
he gave an example of the way it was like they were at a NATO meeting, right? And all the presidents and whatever come over. And or he's a prime minister, but they're talking.
Right.
And the Hungarian prime minister would say his like his 2 cents on Russia, for example, or the Ukrainian war, and they'd completely disregard it because Hungary is a more conservative instead of a more liberal country, and a smaller country, so they just completely disregard it, even though he has a good opinion on the war.
Right.
That was the example that he gave, which is weird because I mean they listen to Poland all the time, and Poland's a conservative country, so I don't know why they.
It may be because one, Hungary was kind of trying to keep relations with Russia, and was like blocking NATO and Sweden memberships, but it also could be because Poland has a larger impact on geopolitics than Hungary does usually.
Definitely.
I
think Poland is like the center of geopolitics a lot of the time.
Yeah, especially in Europe.
Definitely the center of European politics, which is weird because you don't hear Poland a lot until World War II.
Right, exactly. Well, the Polish-Lithuanian Union. But
Oh,
other than that,
that was an amazing union. I love that
dude,
union.
that was my favorite union. We should talk about history.
What was another thing that he said? There was something else that I liked. Oh, in his past, I don't know how old he is right now. He's probably like 60, but he was a young man. He lived in Hungary, but it was in Soviet occupied territory, and he had an
Right.
opinion that the Soviets didn't like, so he was actually arrested. So he has like firsthand account of what Russia does to
Right.
people that to people that they don't like. So
Mm-hmm.
he definitely has a unique perspective. History now?
Oh yeah, we could do history.
You said you wanted to.
Let's do empires. Yeah.
All right. Ranking empires.
So,
Empire tier list right now.
empire tier list right now.
Empire tier list right now.
Empire tier list, and let's not just like blow past these. Let's like give like at least a thesis
All right.
on why we would put them where they are. So what are the
I
tiers?
don't know the flag. It's F through F.
Oh, don't do a flag tier list.
Yeah.
Do a like a borders.
That would be easier. Oh, this is the names. There's a lot of them though. No. We're not doing
Crazy.
that many. I don't even know most of them.
It's gonna be like a tiny little province in the Holy Roman Empire.
Historical empire. No, that's flags. Historical empires with criteria. I don't know what that means. Still flags. Why are all these flags?
Why we're ranking them? Just look up empire tier list.
That's what I'm on. I'm on tier list.
Oh, okay.
Maybe this one. I mean, the title is literally a flag, but yeah, no. Why is it only these three? What are these three? Can you tell me what these three flags are?
I've never seen those.
I've never seen them. That the one on the right was pretty cool. Zoo Empire Animals.
Zoo Empire. That's crazy.
I guess I can search up like historical empire tier list. Okay, this
There
one
you
has
go.
borders. Let me get rid of
Okay.
SS.
Should we do so how are we gonna criteriate them? Are we gonna say like how successful they were, how impactful they were, how good they were?
I
for
think
the
just
world, or
everything.
do we just want to do like a mix of all of them?
I think
Mix
just
of all of them.
everything, yeah. Why is D and C switch? Let me fix that and make this F.
Let me pull up the same tier list on my computer so I can see it better.
Okay.
So you just did Empire tier list?
Search up historical empire tier list and that'll be better. Is that the DRC? Is the empire the DRC? See,
No, I think that's the Belgian Empire. I think it's supposed to be the Belgian
might
Empire.
be.
It's just cut off. Because I don't know why it would just be the DRC, because the DRC wasn't an empire, it's just a country.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
So Belgium,
I don't know much about the Belgian Empire.
Did pretty decent for how small they were, right?
Yeah, they got a good amount of land for being Belgium.
But they didn't necessarily have like that big of an impact on the world.
Definitely didn't have an impact on the world like at all.
No, yeah. So I would put it as like a C.
Okay.
Because they were small.
Yeah.
But that's like not enough to bring it up to that high.
So is this one the Persian or the?
It's one of the Persians. We're gonna come across a bunch of Persians, I think.
Well, some of them have different names. Like that, I think that one's Persian. The next one is another one, but it's like the Umayyad or something. I forget how to say it. Umayyad? Maybe.
I think the Umayyad is the first one, and then the second one is the Persian.
Okay, let's do it like that then. Yeah,
okay.
I'm with that.
Umayyad. The borders look pretty cool. It's kind of like a Muslim Rome.
It is a Muslim
besides
Rome.
the Ottomans.
It's definitely a Muslim Rome.
The Ottomans are the #1 Muslim Rome, but
There's a lot of
this
Muslims around
is like
Muslim
the
Romes.
Muslim Rome.
It had a very big cultural impact because that's what brought.
It did.
The Umayyad Empire brought Islam to North Africa,
Yeah.
so it's pretty culturally relevant. So
It was.
and it has a
very
good it has good borders. Who joined? Can you check that for me? I'd say A.
I would say A. Yeah.
Who is it that joined? Oh, Noah. Okay, you can watch. Okay, so this
Pronounce
one,
Umayyad.
this one is the Persian Empire. We're saying I love the Persians.
Yeah.
I think the Persians are
The
always
Persian
cool.
Empire, I would put it at the same amount as the Umayyad,
All right.
same height.
Yeah. So B or A? What do you want to pick?
I
I don't like the
don't
borders
know.
as
I
much.
think the Umayyads and the Persians should both go down to B.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause
American
there's gonna
Empire.
be some empires that aren't S's, but they're more important than the Umayyad.
American Empire.
American
Not
Empire.
really an empire, but you know.
I mean, I guess if you
S
could
tier.
say like at its height with the Philippines.
Yeah, this is talking about Guam, Philippines, yada yada, whatever.
Right. I still wouldn't. It's kind of a stretch calling it an empire.
Yeah.
But definitely very culturally impactful and relevant today.
Incredibly.
Um,
Incredibly.
I mean, like, kind of very huge, but like not as very huge in like retrospect to how large the country was from the beginning. But like, I would put it as an A just because of how incredibly relevant it is.
Yeah. I like the borders too.
The borders are pretty cool.
A little bias, I will admit.
Slight bias.
Slight bias.
If I wasn't American, it would probably be a B.
Yeah, probably. But we're gonna go with our bias.
The next one, if I'm not mistaken, I think is Babylonia.
Is that Babylonia? Okay. I actually
I
don't
think
know,
it's the
so
Babylon Empire.
so you're gonna have to tell me about that empire.
Babylon was extremely culturally impactful in the Middle East and Asia. Not necessarily, well, and Africa, North Africa a little bit, but not necessarily in like the whole world in general. But
yeah.
It's referenced in the Bible, the Torah,
all
that,
the time.
all the time. I mean, very successful keeping that kind of empire together that long ago.
Yeah.
I would put it at a B or a
B?
C. One of the two.
I'd say C.
C? Yeah. I would say C.
Because it's cool, but it's not like
It's not
really
I
an
wouldn't-
empire to me.
Right. It's more just like a large, like old country.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So this one
Yeah.
is the Austria-Hungary. Austria-Hungary is not an empire, is it?
I wouldn't consider that an empire. They didn't really have much colonies at all.
No, they had like no colonies.
They used to be like late 1800s. They were called, or they were one of the great five powers of Europe that helped
That is
keep
true.
the balance. But during
They
World War I,
they were impactful.
collapsed. Yeah, they were very impactful. I'd put them at a B, maybe
I'm thinking C again.
B or C. Yeah,
I'll
no,
say
I would
high
say
C.
C because they're definitely not Persia and Umayyad. They're
Yeah.
level, but they're
So-
yeah, I'd say C.
Aztec Empire.
Aztecs.
I'm always fascinated with Aztecs.
Yes.
I always like Aztec architecture, Aztec like stuff. I think it's always really cool. I just don't like their culture. But
yeah.
it is culturally relevant
It is very culturally relevant
because it still
It
impacts
a lot of
Mexican
part of
culture.
Mexico still today.
Yes, and also Day of the Dead is from the Aztecs.
Yeah.
And that's even
Also-
celebrated in America, so
They have very impressive like leaps and strides in like technology.
compared to other Native American
Right.
tribes and empires.
I would
I
put
like
it
them.
at a B or C.
I think a B. I like them.
Yeah, I'd say a B. I think this next one is another Babylonian Empire.
Okay, I just put it at the same tier.
Yeah.
This is
Okay, the
the
British.
British Empire. I want to say S. It's so massive. It covered 25% of the land
Yeah.
area. It had
Largest-
most of the
largest
world
empire
population.
ever. Super successful.
Very
largest
culturally
empire
relevant.
ever. controlled some of the most populated places on Earth.
Well, right now,
expanded.
India is the most populated place on Earth, so
Well, yeah, but I don't think at the time it was.
I don't think so. No, I think China was.
Yeah. Expanded English all throughout the globe, so
Yes.
extremely relevant. So it's definitely an S. Yeah.
I hate the British, but definitely an S tier empire.
S tier empire.
So this is the split Roman Empire. So I guess Byzantine.
Is it talking about the split, or is it referencing Byzantium?
I'm guessing Byzantium.
I would
Because
say
I don't
Byzantium.
see any other Byzantine empire on here.
Yeah.
So, where's Rome? Oh, Rome's right here. Okay. I was just making sure they didn't forget Rome.
Yeah.
So Byzantium.
They can't. Byzantine, I would put at an A because very successful. After the West fell, they survived for so long.
They did survive for a long time, but they weren't very impactful.
Well, I would argue that they were because they brought Eastern Orthodox to like all of the Balkans and impacted Russia to become Eastern Orthodox.
That's true.
When
they
a
were
Russian
a religious country.
They also got Constantinople, one of the greatest cities in the world.
You know what? Okay. You've convinced me. A tier.
Yeah, A tier.
Okay, so this is the
Carthage, I think.
Yeah, that's Carthage. That's Carthage, yeah.
I mean, they stood up to Rome a few times, but that was a growing Rome.
Yeah, it was a growing Rome. The growing pains Rome.
I mean, they were kind of big for the time.
Yeah,
not like extremely
they
massive.
were decent. They covered I mean, like a C, I guess.
Yeah, I'd put it as C. I mean, it's pretty iconic, Carthage and Rome.
Yes.
You know, they're pretty iconic, but I don't really think it's that impactful.
This is the Danish Empire.
Danish Empire, it's kind of cool because of the Vikings and stuff. They have a very, like,
but this was way before way after the Vikings.
Yeah, but it has a very iconic culture, you know.
Yeah.
I'd probably put a C, honestly.
Yeah, C again.
Yeah.
What is this one?
I think that's the Dutch.
Yeah, you're right. I think that is the Dutch.
The
Dutch, for being such a small country and being so vast around the world, it's impressive.
Yeah. I mean, and it's pretty much the same system as Belgium, but to a greater extent.
Yeah.
Because they got more colonies.
Where do we put Belgium?
Like some of the colonies they had aren't highlighted here, but like they originally settled in America as well.
Yeah,
and
I do remember
settled
that.
like South Africa.
So I guess like top of C.
Yeah, or I would maybe
low
argue B because of how small it was.
Yeah, they were a very small country. It's actually very successful that they got that far.
Yeah, and the Dutch East India Company was like one of the most successful companies.
Oh yeah, never mind. I forgot about the Dutch East India Company. Yeah, definitely a B. So this
next one's Egypt.
Yeah, the Egyptian Empire. Sure. This is ancient Egyptian Empire. So
yes.
I think like top of A.
Yeah,
it's super culturally relevant. The pyramids are still like adored to this day.
Of course. One of the 7 wonders.
One of the 7 wonders of the world. They're referenced in the Bible so many times. They completely changed Jewish history, which is like half of history of America or of like the world.
Yeah.
No, they're very culturally relevant.
They were pretty much Rome before Rome.
Yes, they were as big as they could get.
Right.
Being that it was so long ago, they're very impressive. Incredibly impressive empire. Maybe very even S tier.
But I think you have to keep S tier for like
for the good
some
ones.
of the craziest empires.
Yeah.
But it's definitely A. It's definitely A.
Definitely top of A. This is the French Empire.
I don't like the French.
I don't like the French either. But we put Britain in that, so.
Very large, very successful.
But they lost it really quick.
They did lose it really quick. They still have like territories all throughout the world, like most recognizably French Guiana,
which is impressive, but
very large. I mean, it's spread French throughout different places like Louisiana,
in Canada,
Quebec.
Quebec is
Vietnam,
the biggest place where French is still used.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I would put it at bottom A tier.
I'm
Just
thinking
because
top
of how
of B.
because it is. Top of B, bottom A. Yeah, I would.
Because
Yeah,
I
either
think
one. I'm not.
it's
picking
impressive
one.
that they got that far, but they also lost it so quickly. So
Yeah,
it kind
that's
of
true.
dinks them down.
Yeah.
This is the German Empire,
Sure.
before World
German
War One.
Empire. So the thing with the German Empire is they were one of like the great powers in Europe, but the thing with them is that they unified so late that they weren't able to get like as many colonies, and it's the same thing with Italy.
The Italian
but
Empire is so pitiful.
yeah,
We'll get to that, but
um, but Germany did okay in Africa, and then they got some Asian holdings too.
yeah,
I'd put them at B
I was
because
thinking
there's still
yeah.
places in Africa that speak German.
That's
I mean,
true.
it's
Okay,
somewhat
they were culturally influenced. Okay,
yeah. So I'd
I'll
say
say
B.
B. I
I don't
don't
even
know
know
what
what
that
this
is.
next
Is that? No, I know you're watching right now. Is that the Mansa Musa Empire? Whoever.
No, I think that's the one coming up, or the one a few ahead.
I'm pretty sure that's the Mali Empire.
That's the Mali Empire. Look up Mali Empire.
No,
borders.
this is the Mali Empire. Okay, never mind. I have no clue
This
what
next
this one is.
I don't really know what it is. It just looks like a dot.
I don't know what that is. So we're just gonna go back to that later. The Holy Roman Empire has
C
to
or
be
D?
one of the worst empires I've ever seen because they're not an empire.
It was like the only time they held power was during the Crusades, and then after that, they kind of like just slowly deteriorated until
They
the
were
1800s.
just like a conglomeration of random German states that they just
Right.
couldn't hold together. And they're not even
Yeah.
Roman. They called themselves the Holy Roman Empire when they weren't even Roman. Terrible empire.
I would say
Argues
I'd say
F.
D.
Arguably F, but I'll put it D. Italian Empire. Pitiful empire.
Probably D.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. Pitiful empire.
Well. You have to give them the benefit of the doubt in the sense that they united so late, but
I don't care.
is that enough to put them up to C or no?
No, I don't think so because
Okay.
the Italians had ample opportunity to unite like Rome did, but
Yeah.
they completely disregarded their past and just decided to stay separate. So it's their fault.
Right.
I think they're just a
Yeah.
pitiful empire.
Yeah. Japan.
Japanese empires. It was
Very successful.
very successful in the wrong ways.
Very impactful because it was recent.
Also in the wrong ways.
And we're not endorsing it, of course. But I would say A tier because of how successful they were.
Yeah, I'd also say A tier. It's very
they
impressive.
Owned, like, pretty much half of Eastern.
It is
Asia.
very impressive that Japan, in the state that it was, got so much of China and like all of the Pacific islands. It's very impressive that them with like barely any natural resources did that.
Yeah, and they were able to stand up to the U.S. and give them a hard fight. So
yeah,
yeah. Next one, I think it's another Persian.
I think that's another Persian Empire, so we're just gonna put it with the other Persian.
Yeah.
No,
Mali
that one's
Empire,
worse.
I think is
That
the-
one's worse. This Persian Empire is worse. Look at the borders. Not nearly as good.
Yeah, no.
Mali Empire. I want to say B. I don't know much about the Mali Empire, but it had Mansa Musa, which is the richest man to ever live on Earth.
Yeah.
Besides Samson, right?
Solomon.
Solomon, I meant.
Yeah.
That's the name. Besides Solomon. He was.
Solomon. And some people say Genghis Khan is richer, but there's no way to authorize that.
I don't think so. I think Mansa Musa was richer.
I don't think so either.
So I'm going to say B tier, just because they had Mansa Musa.
Yeah.
Okay, Mongolian Empire.
Mongolian.
I think, S tier. Such a massive country.
Like, isn't a third of like Asia's population like related to Genghis Khan or
Yes.
something like that?
Yes.
That's crazy. That's crazy to think about.
I know.
Like the continent with people in the world, a third of them are related to one guy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They at least have heritage to Genghis Khan.
Yeah. Right.
So impactful.
So very impactful. Reached all the way to Poland.
Yeah, I know. From Poland,
Korea to Poland.
it was a two-continent state, right? And
Yeah.
it went from Korea to Poland.
That's a crazy stretch. That's a crazy
almost
stretch.
entirety of India, the entirety of China, and
A good
a
chunk
good chunk of Southeast Asia.
and
The
a
only
good chunk of Russia.
in so in the 1200s, I should also mention, crazy
Yeah.
empire.
The only downside I would say is that it crumbled quickly,
Yeah,
but
but
it's still S.
it crumbled quickly because Genghis Khan decided to split it up among his children, which was a bad
Right.
decision by him.
Yeah. All right.
Um,
I think this one's an Indian empire.
yeah, that's an Indian empire. I don't know it though.
No, I don't know much about it.
I mean, it's got to be
I would say-
impactful.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
I would say probably C
Yeah,
or B.
I'd say C.
What's-
It's got to be impactful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. This
Yeah. Next
is
one's Ottoman.
oh, that's the Ottoman. That's like
Yeah.
top of A.
This is like the number one like Muslim Rome.
Yeah, that's like top
Um,
of A tier. Maybe not S tier, but that's like top of A.
Yeah, it reaches
Ottoman
all the way
was-
from like Sudan to like Poland.
Yes, the Ottoman Empire was extremely successful,
Yeah.
extremely
They
strong,
even outlasted the Russian Empire,
which is
too,
impressive.
which is impressive.
Yeah, I think top of A is good for the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah,
Is this another Persian Empire?
I think it might be.
I like those borders. I'm gonna put it in B tier again.
Yeah.
There's so many Persian empires. That is Polish Lithuania, right?
Yeah,
I don't think they're
I would put it
very
at-
impactful.
I'd put it at B or A.
I don't think A. Definitely not A.
Yeah.
Like I don't know anything that the Polish Lithuanian Empire did besides exist
No,
for
they
a
had
while.
Bulgaria. I'll be right back. I gotta go use the bathroom.
All right. I will wait for him. Oh, wrong thing. So hello, one concurrent viewer. If you want to talk, type in chat. I'll talk with you until Gabe gets back.
Dinner.
And I just heard someone say dinner in the background, so I don't know if I'll have to end it or not. I don't think so.
Okay, I just had to make sure that my dog got fed and no one went to the bathroom.
I heard dinner from like your mom or grandma or something.
Yeah, that's them calling to the dog. It's
Oh,
dog's dinner
okay.
time. Yeah, not yet.
So the Polish
right.
Lithuania, I have no clue what Polish Lithuania did. They just like kind of existed.
Polish Lithuania, they had the very iconic Wing Hussars, which they helped stop the Mongols from like going into, I don't know, I said that's so weird. The Mongols.
The Mongols.
They helped stop the Mongols from pushing more into Europe.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was when when Polish Lithuania was around though.
I don't know.
Uh,
I don't know much about Polish Lithuania, so
yeah, let's see. I'm gonna look it up.
I don't think it's that culturally influential because the countries that
Definitely culturally influential in Western or Eastern Europe, but outside of that,
it had to be culturally relevant for other countries because none of the other countries that surround Poland are influenced by Poland like at all.
right.
Poland is very distinct from all the other Slavic countries. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll say C.
Yeah. I'd put it C or B, but probably C.
Put it like up here.
Portuguese.
That's Portuguese. Very impactful because it made Brazil.
I mean,
That's like the only
they had
thing
a
they
lot
made.
for how small they were.
Yes.
I mean, like if you look closely on that picture, you could see all the ports and stuff that they.
Yeah,
had
they
too.
did
Like,
have
had
tons of
stamps
ports.
in like pretty much every country on the western coast of Africa.
Yeah. It's impactful because it made Brazil, which Brazil is becoming one of the strongest countries
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
I think it's number 10 in top 10 strongest countries right now.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. unless it updated. But
They have a very um a very large population.
they do.
No way Israel outbeats Brazil and the
Really?
UAE. There's no way
No,
the
I think
UAE.
that's accurate. That can't
No,
be accurate.
that is not accurate at all. World Population Review is probably better actually. I've seen them a lot. No way that the UAE is that powerful.
No, hang on.
All of these countries above make sense entirely. Saudi Arabia is very powerful.
The UAE only has 65,000 people on their military.
It says Brazil is 19th.
No.
Below Spain, Italy, Turkey. India's powerful. This does not make sense at all. There's no way
All right,
Brazil is that low.
Here's this military ranking: United States, China, Russia, India, Japan, Germany 6th, United Kingdom 7th, France in 8th, South Korea in 9th, Saudi Arabia in 10th.
Saudi Arabia is powerful. I've seen 4 different things that say that Israel and the UAE outbeat
That's
Brazil.
crazy.
That's
I
the
don't see
4th one I've seen.
Pakistan on there. Pakistan was one of the top
Pakistan?
10. Yeah, Pakistan. Well,
I've
no,
just found
Pakistan is. Yeah, it's one of the most top, powerful countries actually.
Really?
Here,
I would not have
Pakistan.
expected that.
It's because they're always at war with India, so they gotta.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
I mean, they have 560,000 military personnel.
Oh, that's
Compared
pretty
to
good.
Germany,
Okay,
Germany's got
This
100,000.
one is ranking Brazil at 11th. That sounds better to me. That makes more sense.
Okay, yeah, that's closer, yeah.
Because Brazil is pretty powerful and they are improving. I know that their GDP is improving. They've joined BRICS.
Yeah,
Which
very influential
is
country.
strategic.
Brazil is.
So yeah, I'm
Also,
gonna say
the
Brazil.
Portuguese Empire is the reason why Portuguese is really still relevant.
Yeah, true.
Uh,
Where did I put Portuguese
know.
Empire? I can't find it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. I'll say top of B, maybe high or bottom A.
Yeah, I'd say bottom A. Bottom
A. Okay. So this is the Qing dynasty, I think.
Qing Dynasty. Very successful.
I said Qing, didn't I? Wow, I'm racist.
Pronunciations are terrible here.
Yeah, the Qing dynasty. I think it's the King one.
It's
Very
no.
influential.
Very
It's still
influential.
culturally relevant today in China.
Yeah, I'd put it at B.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'm gonna say top of B. All right, Roman Empire. That's top of S.
That's top of S, of course.
I don't think needs to be really any explanation for that other than it's Rome.
No,
Rome
it's
influences all of Europe, a lot of Africa, a lot of Asia, and all of the Americas. Like it just entirely is.
Their geopolitical, their political, how they ran.
They were the
everything.
first successful republic.
Yeah.
Hey,
San Marino.
Oh yes, you're right. You're right. They completely influenced just like the democratic system across the entire world. Most modern languages, most used languages are Latinized. Latin is still used in science.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, crazy empire. I don't think anyone's disagreeing with that. Is Dingus still in his cage? Yeah, Dingus is still in his cage. You just can barely see him because he moved. Yeah, you can't even see him on the Dingus cam anymore. That sucks.
Okay, I got In-N-Out.
Oh my gosh, now I want In-N-Out. I had Dave's Hot Chicken today, and it was so good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love Dave's. All right, so the Russian Empire.
Okay, the Russian Empire. So
spanned 3 continents. That's a feat in itself.
Very, very freaking large.
That's a feat in itself. It spanned 3 continents.
Yeah.
The Roman Empire also did though.
Yeah, well, that's rum.
And then the I guess we're putting all the S tiers that have spanned multiple continents because England spanned what? All of them?
All of them.
All 7 continents. The Mongol Empire spanned 2, and Rome spanned 3. I don't think the Russian Empire was. No, the Russian Empire was super influential.
Oh
This
yeah.
might be an S tier.
Russian Empire is the reason why like Slavic culture, not the reason, but one of the biggest reasons why Slavic culture is still around today.
Yeah, I think it actually is an
Um,
S tier.
It might be an S tier. Very large. The Russian Empire is still the reason why today, countries like in Central Asia and countries like Belarus still lean Eastern, like politically.
Yeah, and
Um,
Slavic countries have their language from Russia basically, and have
yeah.
their alphabet from Russia, and they didn't get
Some
Latinized.
Slavic guy's gonna get mad at us, be like, "No, ours is different."
Ours was made from somewhere else, even though it comes from the same exact place. I swear.
I mean, greatly, just huge.
I think it's S.
Massive. I think it's bottom S.
So this is the Spanish Empire. I feel like we've already done Spanish, haven't we?
We did Portuguese.
We haven't done Spanish? Okay, this is the Spanish
not-
Empire. See, if it showed like the Americas, I would be able to tell if it's the Spanish Empire or not, but it
Right,
doesn't
it
for some
doesn't.
reason.
Well, we know what it looks like.
I think that's the Spanish Empire.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
very culturally influential.
it was in 5 continents actually.
Yeah, a very big, culturally influential.
Yeah.
I mean, how
mean, that's
many?
the reason
There's
why- that's the reason
23
why all of,
Spanish-speaking
like-
countries. So
Yeah.
that all coming from Spain.
Yeah. I mean,
Arguably,
if Spain
another
didn't
S
colonize
tier.
the Philippines, then the U.S. wouldn't have gotten it.
arguably an S tier actually.
Either S, like either bottom S or top A.
I think bottom S.
I would
Because
say bottom S only because it's the reason why a bunch of these Latin American countries have the culture that they do.
yeah, I agree. They were less of a giant empire, but more influential. Also,
Yeah.
this is just based. I love this. This is my favorite thing
Why is
that Spain and Portugal ever did. When
Oh,
they just
yeah,
split
with
the
gave 'em each
country
half
or
the world.
split the world in half.
Yeah. They're like screw everybody else. You get half the world.
You get this half, I get this half. Don't touch it.
Yeah, seriously.
I think that's amazing.
That is amazing. Yeah.
Okay, so
Next one's a doozy.
let's try to no, let's just go for it. So the German Reich,
Well,
influential
very impactful.
in a different type of way of all the other ones.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
very relevant.
it
Very relevant.
very recent.
Yeah.
Completely wiped fascism off the world, which was its number one goal not to do,
Mm-hmm.
which is good. It's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
I don't think there's any fascist country today.
I mean, it was such during the war. It was such a powerhouse.
Yeah, it was. They completely revolutionized military combat.
Oh yeah, they you know how like all the other countries were like culturally impactful. This was too, but this was mainly like
It was a
economically
military
and, like,
and economic.
militarily
Yeah.
Yeah, inventors of the Blitzkrieg. You know, the Luftwaffe compared or
The
working
Autobahn.
with the Wehrmacht.
The Autobahn is used in every country today.
Oh yeah,
That I hate. Okay, for the 2 people
I mean-
watching this, I do not like the German Reich.
we are not supporting it.
We
at all.
do not like the German Reich.
We are basing these empires off of size, successfulness, and and impactfulness.
So I'm going to put it in A tier. I do not like the German Reich though.
No, it even kind of feels bad to put it in A tier.
It does. Because like if I were to base all these countries off of what I think was the best morally, this would be an F tier. This would be an F tier. This would be in okay, none of these would be an A tier. I just want to point that out. Literally none of these would be an
No.
A tier because none of them were morally
the highest
consistent.
that I would put, the highest I would put one of them would maybe be, and this is a big maybe be Polish-Lithuania because it was a union.
Yeah, because
and
they
not
didn't
like
really
a
do
horse
much.
thing. Right. And maybe, honestly, maybe Rome because, I mean, other
They
than
were
the fact that they used
They were
slaves,
so authoritarian though. After
yeah.
after the Republic fell, they were so authoritarian. I don't know if you could put them in B even.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, Austria-Hungary probably isn't like a D.
yeah, most out of all of these, most of these countries be in F and D.
Right.
Um,
The F
on
tiers
moral
would
grounds.
probably be the F tiers would probably be Belgium, Aztecs, Mongols,
The F tiers, you said?
maybe the Ottomans.
Did you say the F tiers?
Yeah, the F tiers would be
F,
those countries.
yeah, including. I mean, no, Germany and Japan have to get their own tier below everyone else.
Obviously, okay. I thought those were just givens. I was talking about like the other ones.
I know, but I know you're talking about, but I
Yeah.
think they deserve even a lower tier than all the other ones.
No, yeah,
'Cause-
seriously.
Japan especially, I think Japan was actually
Possibly
morally
worse.
worse because
Possibly,
one, they
yeah.
were fascist. That's already bad. They were militaristic. They killed everyone in their path, just like Germany. But
Let's see. Hang on. I'm gonna look this up actually.
But-
How many civilians were
it was like 10
killed
million in China alone. I'm pretty sure. It
Okay.
was a crazy amount that was killed in China.
Okay, so this one is saying 3 million to over 10 million.
Yeah, I've heard the
And-
10 million before.
And this is, I think this is a conservative estimate.
Yeah,
And 6 million of those are Chinese.
yeah.
And then let's see.
Like a crazy amount of them were Chinese, like it always is in every war with China.
Yeah.
Civil war happens in China 20 years later, 50 million perish.
Yeah. Sure.
That's like half of China's history. No, Japan was
Okay.
so morally just terrible.
This one says that Germany killed around 4.3, and that's not including the Holocaust.
Yeah, so I've heard that about 11 million with the Holocaust included.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. So Japan
I mean,
did
they're
that,
both pretty horrible.
and also, what was terrible about Japan is that, like Germany, they made it like a routine with their
like a
just
system, yeah.
like a system. Japan made their system specifically designed to torture them as much as they could. They would specifically give them the Black Plague just constantly and just watch them die.
It was
so terrible.
It's like the difference between like a systematic evil and like the barbaric evil.
Yes.
You know, and again, this is a race thing, but it's a what historically happened. You know.
How would this be a race thing? I guess you're just defending yourself.
People like to
but
make an issue like
no,
you're calling them barbaric.
Yeah, I'm calling the Japanese Empire barbaric. Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
I'll stand by that.
Yeah.
Overall,
I think a pretty good tier list.
I like this tier list. I don't know what that country is, but I like the tier list. We didn't put anything in F tier.
No, because I feel like all empires, like even the Holy Roman Empire in Italy, to a certain degree, like, are impressive. You know.
Yeah, I'll say I'll put the Italian Empire over the Holy Roman Empire because I don't even consider the Holy Roman Empire an empire.
No.
All right, I think that was a good tier list. I like it. I'll download it.
Shall we call the stream?
We can do more, or we can.
You want to
Leave
do
it.
more?
I'm fine.
I'm gonna do one.
You want to talk about what do you want to talk about, or do you want to do tier list?
Do you want to do a quick flag tier list and then we'll call it?
Quick flag tier list. All right. We've done this so many times.
Oh yeah. Or no, let's do a weapons tier list, like a medieval weapons or something.
I like this one. Languages I would learn. Like languages you would want to learn. This might be cool.
Oh, okay. Let's do that. Yeah.
Okay, so Arabic
Um,
would be
What-
cool,
okay,
but I wouldn't care. For me.
I would put it in B tier because Arabic's
No,
like,
no. Look at my screen. Speak these languages. Already learning. Plan to learn. Would be cool to learn. Probably not.
Oh, okay. Let me find that actually.
All right. Arabic. I mean, it's cool. But I don't have a good use for it. Also, there's a lot of countries that speak the same language that they've put on here. But it's fine. We'll just skip the ones that they've put the same ones on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I would put it one tier up though because
you want to learn Arabic?
because that was the original
Yeah,
language.
I'll actually I'll change it
They
to
originally
want to
were
learn
bilingual.
language
Mm-hmm.
instead of planning to learn. That makes more sense to me.
I can't find it, so I'll let you.
I've changed a few of the tiers. So it's speak these languages, will learn / learning. Let me add learning. Will learn / learning. Want to learn would be cool to learn, probably not.
Mm.
So this is Uzbekistan. I have.
No, that is not Uzbekistan.
What is this?
That is Azerbaijan.
They're the same freaking things.
They're
Tell me-
so far away. They're not that far away, but
Tell me. Okay, let me look at the map right now. We're gonna get the random Uzbekistani that's gonna get pissed off at me for saying
or
they're the same
Azerbaijan.
thing. Or Azerbaijani, yeah. Where's Azerbaijan? Oh, okay, there it is.
Azerbaijan.
They're across the Caspian Sea. Come on.
Yeah, okay, but they're not like both.
What language does Azerbaijan speak? Do you know?
I have no idea. No.
Azerbaijani, I would guess.
Yeah, Luke wants to say hi, Chase.
Oh, hey,
Nice.
Luke. You want to say hi to the stream?
Say hi, stream.
Hi, stream.
Alright, he's gone.
Okay. So it's Azerbaijani. It's a Turkish language.
I probably would never think about learning that.
Yeah, I
Like,
probably
not-
wouldn't learn.
No offense, but I don't really care unless.
Me neither. Bangladeshi. Isn't that the same thing as Hindu?
Hindu, as in the religion.
No, it's a language. You don't know the language Hindu?
No, I know.
Okay. Isn't it the same thing as Hindu?
I have no idea.
I think it is. I'm gonna put it in probably not. Hong Kong just speaks Mandarin, right?
English
They speak English?
and Chinese.
Yeah, okay. Well, Hong Kong language. Hong Kong is based though. I like Hong Kong. Okay, yeah, Chinese and
Hong Kong.
English.
Yeah.
They're the most capitalist country on earth, which I love.
Well, there's already China on there, so I mean,
Yeah, there
come
is.
back to that.
I mean, I guess probably not. I'd rather no. I'd rather lose Hong Kongian Chinese over communist Chinese.
You'd rather learn Hong Kong Chinese.
Yeah.
than Chinese.
Croatia.
Croatian, never.
I wouldn't care to learn it.
Never
Just-
plan on learning Croatian.
I-
Serbian language is more superior.
It's Czechia.
I speak German.
They speak German?
Yes.
Okay. I'd rather
Or
learn
there's already
German.
on it.
So, Danish.
Very similar to German.
Yeah, they're cool though. I would be cool to learn. Danish
The
is
Dutch
more.
I know are it's very easy to learn Dutch.
Yeah, it's Danish is more similar to English than German is, which I've learned. I was about to say French. Netherlands. What do they speak? German,
Yeah,
right?
that's crazy. Huh?
I think they speak German, right?
No, they speak Dutch.
They speak Dutch as well.
No, no. Denmark speaks Danish. Or no, they don't. I think they speak German. And then
No.
Dutch is the language that's super similar to English.
Oh yeah, no. No, Danish is a language as well. I know that.
I know, but I think the majority speak German.
Denmark.
I think it's like an Ireland situation.
Danish, yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go. All right, I'm.
And the
wrong.
second most language is English.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I would expect it to be German.
Danish. Okay, well, I was thinking of Dutch, so probably not. And then I'm gonna put Dutch as would be cool to learn.
Yeah.
We already speak English. Why not the American flag? That's what I wanted.
Seriously. They put Brazil instead of Portugal.
Oh, that's based. That's based. This is another
Iran.
Arabic. Philippine Tagalog. Tagalog is cool. I'll say want to learn, or would be cool to learn.
French, never.
French, yeah, no. German, I want to learn German.
Yeah, I want to learn German.
I do want to learn
Greek.
Greek. I want to
Heck
learn
yeah,
as
I wanna
well,
learn Greek.
and Hebrew. I actually have
Hebrew,
started to learn. I will
Yeah?
learn Hebrew. Hindu or Indian. Probably not. They speak English anyway. Most of them. Indonesian. I've heard Indonesian is a very easy language,
I've never even heard.
but I probably want to learn it
Indonesian.
still.
Yeah. Italian, maybe.
Italian would be cool to learn, but like
Japanese.
not on my list. Japanese.
Right. Japanese is probably the same as Italy for me.
Yeah, I'd say would be cool to learn. Same with same with Korean.
Yeah. I
Uh,
only want to speak.
probably not.
Korean.
I don't want to speak communist Chinese.
Of course.
I'm
never,
not
never.
about that life.
Norway.
Where'd the burp go? Norwegian. Probably not.
Probably same place as Italy. Or
Polish.
there, yeah.
So
Yes.
there's actually two different options here. If America stays intact, then it would be cool to learn. But if America is inevitably going to fall, it will be learning. Will be learning.
Yeah.
So, because that's my next place. I'm thinking
Poland's place number 2.
Poland's one of my places.
Fallback plan.
I'm gonna put it in want to learn. Portuguese.
Portuguese.
I want
Probably
to
the
learn
same as
Portuguese.
Italy. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's also a backup plan.
Okay.
Brazil is a backup plan. Romanian?
Not Portugal.
Probably not.
No, probably not. Russian, yes, I would want to learn Russian.
You would want to?
Yeah, just because it's like, you know.
I'll say would be cool
there's a
to
decent
learn.
amount of people
I
that
probably
Russian.
wouldn't try, but it'd be cool, I guess. Spanish I am learning.
Yeah, same.
So, what the heck is that?
Tanzania.
Probably not.
Swedish.
Probably it'd be cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to learn it, but it would be cool.
Thailand.
Thai. No. Oh, for the
Turkish.
lady boys though.
Oh gosh, Chase.
Did Luke hear me?
No, Luke's not.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Good thing.
Okay. Would be cool to learn Turkish. I think Turkish is a cool language.
Yeah.
Don't care about Ukrainian. It's the same thing as Russian. They speak the same language. My bad. I'm gonna get. They speak the same language, and they're like the same as the other Slavic countries. They're like, no, we don't speak the same language.
Yeah.
Another.
All speak the same language except Serbia, Jay.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Another Arabian language.
Pakistani.
Oh, Pakistan. I just saw the Muslim crescent and just assumed Pakistani is the same as Hindu, um, in my books. So I don't know if it actually is, but I'm putting it in the same tier as Bangladesh. Vietnamese,
Vietnamese.
wouldn't really care.
And then is that Swahili? I don't know where
No,
Swahili is.
I think that's Niger.
Nigeria. It's Nigeria,
Yeah, I
but
meant
I don't know what
Nigeria.
language. I don't know what the name of their language is.
They speak all of these, but their official language is English.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Official English language.
Okay, that's a decent tier list.
It's a solid tier list, yeah.
I like how we we have the three lines right here. That's good.
Oh yeah, I do. That's kind of satisfying.
I think. Oh, no, I ruined it. That looks better.
Proving it up. There you go.
Um,
Yeah, that's our tier list.
I think this is good. I think I'm actually gonna
Yeah.
move Chinese down. Because Chinese is just such a difficult language to learn.
Right. Yeah.
Same thing with Hebrew, but Hebrew's cooler, so you know.
I would leave Hebrew where it is.
Yeah, I want to read the Torah. I want to be able to read the
Yeah.
Torah eventually.
That would be pretty cool.
Um,
I'd like to be able to read the Bible in Greek. That's why I really want to learn.
that'd
Greek.
be cool. Yeah, Greek's a cool language. A lot of it was written in Greek.
Yeah.
I think. Let's make a new tier right now. Right. So if we want to read the Bible, right, and its most authentic self, we're gonna need Hebrew, Greek, and Arabic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it. I think those are the Latin. Was any books written in Latin?
Written in Latin.
I don't think anything was written in Latin, right?
No, I'm pretty sure. Well, it could also depend on which Bible you're considering. Because there's the
like
Catholic Bible,
the original
Protestant Bible.
versions of the books.
Yeah.
Bible. No, all books of the New Testament were Greek. No, that's
Okay.
a lie. Some of it is Aramaic.
I'm pretty sure Hebrews was written in Hebrew.
Yes. No. So, literally, like random parts of the Bible originally were written in Aramaic, which Jesus spoke along with Greek and Latin.
Right.
Because they lived in Rome.
Mm-hmm. Jesus didn't speak Greek and Latin. It's just that's what you're saying the books were written in.
No, Jesus spoke all of them.
Jesus spoke Latin and Greek?
Yes. All of them had to.
I guess you're right. Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. You're definitely right because he was taught in Hebrew school how to
Oh,
read,
and he spoke Hebrew. Yeah, he spoke 4
Latin.
languages.
Yeah.
He could have spoken
That's
a lot
crazy.
more because he's God, but he was
right, yeah.
taught on Earth 4 languages.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But in the for the New Testament, nearly everything was written in Greek because that's most of what the disciples were, I guess, best in.
I think it was because for that region, that was the common language
for
that region.
It was a common language then.
Because there's people in North Africa that like knew how to speak Greek, but didn't know how to speak like Hebrew. And then there's people in like Turkey who knew how to speak Greek, but didn't know how to speak like Aramaic.
Yeah.
So.
I think Aramaic was it was his first language though.
Probably.
Because it was just spread.
And then he probably learned Hebrew, then probably Greek and Latin.
Probably at the same time, yeah.
Yeah.
I wish we lived in a country that actually taught us another language when we were younger. Because
like really young, yeah.
Yeah, when we were really young. Because it's so much harder to learn a language now than it is when you were younger.
Yeah. Or I wish that like I grew up in like a multilingual household, you know?
Yeah, same.
That'd be pretty cool.
So I could just speak whatever, Spanish preferably.
Yeah, and then I can learn a different language in high school if I already know Spanish.
Yeah, and it's a lot easier if you already know 2 different forms of language. It's just so
Yeah.
hard getting your English mind to accept Spanish because it's
Yeah,
just yeah, Spanish is hard.
it is.
Um, definitely not as hard as Hebrew. Like,
Definitely not.
um, wow, I can spell. I can spell. Try to.
I got a C in spelling in 6th grade.
You got a what?
A C.
Same. That's the only thing I ever got in spelling.
Yeah.
Like, these are the
Yeah.
letters, right?
hmm
And you would never be able to guess what they sound like.
Right.
And there's no vowels.
hmm
No vowels in the language, which is so difficult
hmm
because you have to just guess where the vowels are going to be. Like, I think translate. I don't think it shows vowels, but it might. Yeah, it doesn't show vowels. This is Elohim, right? You read it from right to
Okay.
left. This is
Right. Yeah.
This-
That would be so hard to get used to.
this doesn't produce a noise. It's just like a placeholder. It's literally a placeholder for a vowel. So this is e, l, o, he. This is a e sound, which I don't know why that's an e when that's technically a vowel because you also I don't know, it's weird. And then the m has 2 different forms. One when it's like this, right? And then the other one like this. And the reason they switch is because the M is at the end of the sentence. Does that make any sense to you? Because it doesn't to
No.
me. Father is Abba. Okay, this one shows
Right.
the vowels. I don't know why Elohim doesn't show vowels, but Father does, or Abba. That's the or the ah sound, and then
Mhm.
ba, and then you can't end the sentence with a vowel, so you have to add this, or end the word with a vowel. It's so weird. Hebrew is so hard
Mhm.
because it's such an
Mhm.
ancient language.
Right.
What's some?
It's so old.
Yeah, it's just old, and
Yeah.
they've kept like most of their tradition from it.
Yep.
Um,
Man, it got dark out here fast. So
I
bright.
have my I have my blind skulls. I forgot.
Like 30 minutes ago.
uh, yeah, Hebrew is a difficult language. I want to learn it eventually, but it's a very
Dude,
difficult language.
Suck at languages. That's like my worst. I just suck at languages.
See, I love.
I'm taking Spanish 3, but I'm like,
You're
I
also
love
taking
it,
Spanish
but I'm
3?
terrible. Huh?
You're also taking it? Yeah, I'm taking
Yeah.
it as well. Only
Yeah.
for 1 semester, because I
Mhm.
graduate after first semester. But yeah, Spanish 3 is pretty difficult. I have
Yeah.
this girl named Emily across from me, and she's Mexican
Yeah.
and is from a Mexican household and speaks
Mhm.
Spanish and has a worse grade in Spanish than me, which is crazy. I don't. And I've corrected her on multiple things, like for the imperfect, or preterite, right? And I'm like,
Mhm.
you were supposed to be the person that helps me when I don't know how to say something, but
Is
I'm
it
correcting.
because they Is it because they don't speak Spanish in her house, or they do?
No, they speak Spanish all the time. She has an accent. Like
Huh.
she's entirely just yeah, like she's entirely Mexican. Um,
Mhm.
and
Does she have? Interesting.
I think it's just like if I were to try to teach someone English, it'd be very difficult for me to teach someone English because even though I know
Mhm.
how to use the grammar, I don't know how to explain the
Yeah.
grammar.
Right, and I think that's just the difficulties of like just being a teacher in general. And
Yeah.
just explaining things to people.
So I think it's just that she knows how to speak the language fluently, but she
You
just
just
doesn't
can't
know.
explain it to you.
Yeah, and she doesn't know, like, for like a quiz or whatever, she doesn't know the exact words to use because quizzes tend to not be normal Spanish.
Right.
Yeah, it's weird. Oh, you want to hear the stupid thing that my school did? So I know your
What did
school
you?
started earlier this year, which is dumb, but
Yeah.
it was gonna happen
Yeah, it is.
eventually.
Mhm.
Our school changed the grading system. So now,
What they do?
so it used to be a percentage, 0 to 100%, right? Like every school across the world does.
Right.
And now it's from 0 to 4, right?
Why? What?
0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's you only get number grades, right?
Wait, so you can't like have like a 3.4,
No. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
and that's not GPA. That's just
That is
flat out.
grade, right? Listen to this.
Yeah.
A 4 is 100. Makes sense. A 3 is
Right.
an 88. Okay. A 2
Okay.
is a 75. A 1 is a 66. And a 0 is a 50.
So the lowest grade you
If
can
you
get is
don't turn in your work, you get a 50%.
If you don't do anything, you get a 50.
You do nothing, and you get a 50%.
That's crazy. Do they have like a homework problem where kids just don't do their homework?
Homeworks aren't graded anymore.
What?
Yep. I can't show it online, of course, but the only things that count are summatives, quizzes, essays, projects, tests.
What's a summative?
It's basically the same thing as a quiz and test. They just
Okay.
call it a summative for some reason. It's like, I guess because it's a summary of the chapter or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the only things that are graded.
So does that like lighten the workload like a lot?
No, same workload, just doesn't get graded. So it's absolutely useless.
So like they assign you workload, load.
Same as
But you
last
just
year.
don't,
But you get a
you
grade,
just don't
but it
have to
doesn't
do
go
it.
in the grade book.
So you just don't have to do it.
Technically. And then also, you don't
you
even
do it?
have to do the freaking test that often. Because you get a 50% as your minimum if you don't do anything.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's so odd.
That system incentivizes me to do what I did last year in Algebra 2.
Just nothing.
Just nothing. If I had the same grading system this year as I did last year, I probably could have not crammed all of that math homework at the end of the year
Mm-hmm.
and only done like a little bit of it and still gotten like a 70. Like a 75. It's so crazy.
That seems like a pretty terrible.
It's a terrible system. Terrible system.
Like I wish my class did that, but it seems like actually it seems like a terrible.
It incentivizes kids to not do work.
Not do their work, right? Which it like one of the biggest like do something, but to like in your mind for the real world.
So you cut out the entire time there, by the way.
Okay. So, like the biggest point for homework isn't to necessarily like continue teaching you something, but it's to discipline your mind for the real world.
Yeah.
And doing that, like the public schools already don't do that great of a job of like preparing you for the real world.
Definitely
But
not.
that kind of system does an even worse job. You know.
It does a terrible job. I'm considering going to one of the student council meetings to address it because it's so bad. Or not
You
student
should.
council.
You should.
It's
Yeah.
just like one
horrible.
of the I forget what they're called. It's whatever.
Parent teacher thing.
Yeah, it's like those the like clips of like parents or kids or whatever. You get those like 2 minutes of talk time where they can just say whatever they want at schools.
Yeah.
School board meeting. That's what they're called. School board meeting.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna go to
School
one
board
of
meeting.
those because
Okay.
the grading system is terrible. Even
I
though I'm a senior,
wonder how many parents are pissed off about it.
none of the kids like it either. I haven't met a
Really?
kid that likes it.
then you could probably start a petition, honestly.
Probably. I mean, the kids don't like it because again, it incentivizes them to not do work, and when you are trying hard and you get that 100% or the 4 now, the guy
Mhm.
who didn't try at all gets a 3 or 2.
Yeah.
Or sometimes if you get like a 90, right? Which would originally be an A. Now
Right.
it gets
Now it's
bumped down to an
88.
88 because it rounds.
That seems stupid.
Yeah, but some teachers have already addressed that. Like my math teacher said, I'm only gonna round up grades. So if you get an 88, you get a 3. But if you get an 89, you go up to a 100. She said
Is it because they also don't like the
she doesn't
program?
like it at all.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's-
I think I would do the same thing too.
Yeah, because it's a ridiculous system.
Oh yeah. Well, I would probably, if it's an 89, I'd probably give you a 3 because that's still an 80.
Yeah, I think if
Like
it
in
gets
the
up to
threes.
like a 90, then I'd bump it up.
Yeah, if it was a 90, I would give you the A
It's a stupid
level
system.
thing. That is stupid. Yeah, I don't know what their purpose for that is.
I truly don't know either.
It's odd. Really odd.
Yeah, I haven't met anyone that likes it because they all say like, it incentivizes you not to work and it can even
Right.
lower your grade because it can do that if you work hard, it can lower your grade.
Yeah.
But if you don't work at all, it bumps your grade up a ton. It's
It's kind
literally
of like a
it's literally equity.
Yeah, it's kind of like a communist grading system.
It's an equity based grading system. I think that's actually
That's
what they try to
crazy.
do.
That is crazy. Wow.
And it's crazy that it's happening in Arizona public school.
Arizona. Yeah. That's
Like
not even
if it was in
happening
California,
as
oh
far as
whatever,
I know.
it's in California.
They do stupid stuff all the time.
Yeah, they do stupid stuff all the time. That's why we're stuck with this August instead of September program.
Yeah.
But no, it's just terrible. I hate it.
Yeah. Sounds stupid.
Food is here. So
You wanna end the
So I
stream?
think we're gonna end the stream now.
It was a pretty good stream, yeah.
I like this. I think we should do this again Saturday, not tomorrow. Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. I don't know about Saturday. We'll find a day.
Okay. We should do it again just because it's fun to talk.
It was fun.
So that was the Lorem. I love that name.
Lorem
The Lorem
Ipsum
Ipsum podcast, where
Yes.
anything happens and it's just a placeholder.
And if you want to know why the thumbnail is the way that it is, you have to go to me and Chase's Twitters.
Yes, you have to go to our
You'll
Twitters.
But-
Well, okay, don't go to the Dingus Twitter. Go to Chase Timburo.
Yeah, the Chase Timburo Twitter.
And then go to the Dwarf King's Twitter
The
to
dwarf.
see his base dwarf posts.
Yes, the base dwarf post.
And I hope you like the Dingus cam because it took me forever to get that set up.
It really did. I was just sitting there waiting for him. I was just trying to fix it.
Gabe, you weren't there for it when I was trying to get the software installed. It took me
Oh no, I
4
wasn't there for
days
that,
to get the software installed. I could not figure out how to get the software to work.
but that's crazy.
I
That's
know
crazy.
it was bad. I literally gave up because I thought it just couldn't work. But then when we were getting this set up, I realized it worked. So yeah, that was good.
Cool.
So
Wow,
Dingus
that's
cam
crazy.
is now a thing,
And it shall be from now on.
and it will be from now on, no matter what.
All right, I say we end it. Wrap it up.
All right. Well, thank you for the one concurrent viewer that's been here almost the entire time.
Who is probably Noah.
Who's probably Noah. And goodbye.
Goodbye.